Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. Today's episode we have a double header where we play Leon and Rennes as we look to put ourselves in a title fighting position. If you haven't checked out the recent episodes, you should go watch the last one because we played PSG for the first time, and well, it was historic because, without spoiling, we beat PSG. That is correct. One and done. Wish we could end the save there because that usually means you win the title most times than not. As you can see there on the title, we're actually 1 point behind Saint-Étienne and Lyon. Saint-Étienne do have a game in hand, or have played a game more, sorry, I should say. And we're on the same points as PSG and ahead of them because our goal difference is good. I'm 99% sure it is goal difference here. It is goal difference before results against teams. And the team's in very, very, very good position going into this game. With that being said, do give the episode a like, do subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course, without further ado, leave a comment as well for the algorithm gods. Since we last met though against PSG, we beat Marseille 6-0, we beat Rijeka before a shock loss to AC Ajaccio, where we dominated away from home and failed to score. Another one of these disappointing losses, and something that happens quite a lot in France. I feel like when PSG aren't having the best of the year, you don't run away, and then when you're having your best year, PSG lose maybe 1-2 games total all year. So yeah, PSG not having their best of starts to their league life here, and we haven't been particularly great either. Followed it up with a 1-1 draw against OJ Nice and a 1-1 draw against Lille, means that in the whole month of October we did not win a game. But more importantly, we came away against Saint-Étienne away from home. We were fighting obviously in this little pack at the start of the season for 2-1 win. We were leading 2-0 before going down to 10 men and conceding late. In the Conference League, things are going quite swimmingly. We've been rotating. We've won 3 games, played 3, 9 points, 11-4, 0 against. It's a pretty good start. As you can see, there are the teams that are in the Conference League, most notably Napoli, probably a team we need to watch out for, Bayro 4, who we could have moved to, and AZ and Real Hippos, our boys. Hopefully we get to play them later in the save. Without further ado, let's go into this game. Pablo is not 100% here because he's suspended, so we need to get him out. I will bring David Rum in as well as a backup right back. But the team itself is in very good form, apart from Jonathan David. Ryan Soler has been banging them in left, right and centre. 5 and 12. He's got 20 and 19 thanks to the Conference League. Everybody else is doing a pretty good job. There's nothing really to write home about apart from we're pretty good at football. We generally score goals. And, if you look at our form, if we stop conceding these little chances that we are, and Markovic made a few more extra saves than what he's doing, we would actually start running away, maybe with the title, or put ourselves in a position where we would be running away and PSG will then, probably start scoring 9 goals a game and go on a run. Let's go and have a look at this Lyon side, though, who are currently sitting top in the league. And here we go. They're lining up in a 4-4-2, similar to what PSG did. They got Iverson, they got Castagna, they got John Stones. There you go, signing from AC Milan. There's our boy. But he's not particularly quick. Vuskovic as well. I'm looking at that back four and going, no one above 15 pace there, unless Castagna had it and I completely missed it. No. And a bit older. We should be putting him to the sword. Soler, David, Pulisic, you got Galbert off the bench. We're in a really good spot. Romero actually looks really good, to be fair. Kapkert has come out my French side, but is a very good centre mid. Hassour's also not too bad. Thomas Lemar, 33, yet again experience, losing speed. Diop looks pretty decent as a breakthrough prospect, and Moussa Dembele. It's an older team that has not as much run in it. I expect us to absorb their 4-4-2 pressure and really play through them. I expect us to win this game, judging on that on paper. I'm almost tempted to say that they would probably have started with a very easy run in the league, and hence why they're top. But we should probably check that out, actually. Wait for this highlight, as they have a highlight from kickoff. They're about to make me shut my mouth, probably, more than likely at least, and score here. Jonathan David, though, wins the ball early. Pulisic, Goretzka. This is where Soler should be running rings around him. He's got such good speed and ability to get him behind with good off-the-ball movement. And there he is straight away. It doesn't find him, though. It's going to fall to Goretzka, though, in an advanced position. And that's not going to find Soler. Jonathan David now can't win that. Sustained pressure early on, but maybe they play out now. Does Lyon 50 seconds into this match? Thomas Lemar picked up by Jonathan David. And that's the thing, it's a very weird squad. They lack a lot of speed to break down. Soler's in now. Keeper's come. And, well, we should have been 1-0 up, but not because it's hit the post. And there we are. I am going to make a click on Iverson here. What sort of run have Leon had? Because I can't imagine they played anyone of note. Here they are when they played PSG already, haven't they? Yeah, let's see. They started off with Lens, Guinea, Lorraine having a pretty decent time. They're in the Champions League. PSG they drew to, so it's pretty good. Marseille they already played and beat. AC and JCO. Only lost to OJ Nice. It's a pretty good run of form, that. OJ Nice, one of the big ones, due to PSG didn't lose. Credit where credit's due. They may not have the squad that I suspect they should have. Or, where they are sitting in the league, they should have a better squad. But, fair play. To them, they must be playing absolutely out of their skin in this 4-4-2. Anyway, early chance from Soler that was missed and hit the post. Since then, we've dominated, and saying that white on white, I hate that in the stats screen, but there we are. Victor Nelson wins that. Soler now, good run there from Pulisic. And Pulisic now has got options inside. Soler hits, that's just wide. Good movement again, but no goal. Should have been 1-0 up inside a minute, though. Another highlight here. And now. Pellegrini, Jonathan David, Stiller, Anel, Stiller, Pellegrini, down the line once, gets, here we go, Jonathan David, byline, John Stones beats him, Iverson clears enough, Pellegrini, Goretzka on an early booking, but picks that one up, Pellegrini getting into the area, backstick ball cleared away, sustained pressure, we're penning him in. It's just a couple of poor touches that are letting him out right now. And that's all it's been. Poor ball that, but Bruno's got options. He went for goal instead. It's one of those games where we're dominating and we're clearly the better side. We just can't seem to put anything on target or finish a clear-cut chance. And that's what happens. Nearly, in a game you're dominating, give them one moment from the set piece and it was nearly 1-0 down. Time ticking away here. Can we get a goal before half-time is the question. Answer is no. I'm fresh my arms until it was unacceptable. I'm going to leave him out there. This has been my issue with the team though this year, is that in some games we've lacked going forward or getting that early goal. When we've scored an early goal, we've won a array of games. Jonathan David now should score. Clear-cut chance. See you later. Great movement. Great run. Jonathan David playing on the left. Sensational. Playing up front. Goes a little bit missing. But off the left, coming into that right peg. Fantastic. I will say Pulisic goes missing on the right a lot, but there's not much you can really do about it. But Jonathan David, great touch, leaves the defender for dead, which I believe Stones with that 9 acceleration, 10 pace, 9 agility, couldn't keep up with him. And there's 1-0. With our second shot on target, we finally scored. Had 10 chances today, yet only scored 1. And yeah, Vuskovic goes on a run, switches out the other side, looking for Lamar. That's in Katkirk, good player. That's a goal. Luca Romero. Just like that, they've done absolutely nothing, and down the other end, goal. Luca Romero is their best player. Well, there you go. We have a habit of conceding our first goal. Every time we concede one big chance, it just goes in. Luca Romero, good hit. Gets the run of play too. Going to make the change here. Roman Galbert up top. Pulisic has had a stinker. So Scott Olsen's going to come in. Timber for Goretzka as well. 3 changes in the 60th. Corner, but Trunya. Ball in front stick. And Nell knows how to header. And Nell has been our most prolific centre-back of the save, it has to be said. He scores a lot. We've had some big centre-backs at the front stick. Never scored as many chances as he has. He's been popping up left, right and centre with goals at the front stick. I think you just have those years on FM where it's like, this year your centre-backs are going to score everything. But we go back to being 2-1 up. We've dominated the game, but it's only 2-1, and that's the issue. Lamar now should not have the speed to beat anybody. But there you go. Maxine Katkirk's got options in the box. He always forced backwards. Castagna, though. Katkirk, Castagna needs a ball. Stones gets pressed by Roman Galbert, but doesn't find a pass. Jonathan David now. Galbert. First time ball to Timber. Galbert wanted it back. Gets it back. Roman Galbert, finish, goal. Great touch, great run. Great 1-2 for Quinton Timber. And, well, that is the 2 substitutes combining. This is what I mean. That's why we licked our lips. We saw what was going to happen. That the longer this game went on and the speed we have compared to their lack of speed in the back 4, it was just about getting people in behind. And Galbert, great touch and a world-class finish from a guy that is fast becoming a very good striker for us here in the French national side. Apparently, we're looking for a disallowed goal. It's counted for sure. Okay, there might have been another opportunity that they have. The game's glitched out there. We've definitely 3-1 up. The goal definitely counted. That was a different highlight. So, yeah, I don't know what's gone on there. We must have scored another goal and the game's just caught up. I don't know. Markovic claims, which is fine. Highlight going here. Very perplexed into what just happened. Markovic goes long. That's actually a pretty good leg out to the channel. Quinton Timber doesn't win. Vuskovic. Don't know if this is a pointless highlight or not. Don't think it is here. It's a great tackle. Victor Nelson, Pellegrini. Patuna needs a turn. Does. Boy over the top. Yeah, it's the highlight we just saw. Football Manager predicted the future there. So this is offside. It's trying to load up that we score a goal that's offside. It's disallowed for offside. It's showing us the offside first and then showing us the actual highlight for the goal. Rightio. Definitely offside. Great ball. There we are. Alright, 3-1. It's fine. Game is caught up to ourselves now. Alright, with 2 changes left up the sleeve, we are going to bring Serge on and Batonia off for Pablo Touré. There we go. Boyer will come on and do what he needs to do. Ball goes long. Olivon. A goal for them would make things very interesting. Maxime Capkert. Ball over the top. Here we go. Big moments. Need to make a save. Well, we don't. It was actually missed. The number 33 is on the park. Any speed about him? Does he break away there? He's a youngster. Decent potential, but nothing crazy. He's actually got decent stats, to be fair. Could cause us some issues. 3-1 up. We've been pretty comfortable in this, in a top of the table clash. Is there going to be another goal late doors here? That's the question. 5 minutes at a time. There's not. It's an easy, comfortable 3-1 win with a goal which Football Manager saw in the future and then showed us it. It was pretty interesting. Poor day out from Ryan Soler, has to be said. But we win. We go top of the table after 13 games played. And PSG have a chance to go level with us on points. If they are playing the next day as well. Apparently, they Monica loving life with myself in charge. Yeah, they should be, because we've been fantastic. We've got a quick international break. For those wondering how the World Cup qualifying's gone. Yeah, look, put it this way. We're about to go and qualify for the World Cup in these next 2 games, you would imagine. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the flip side for Rennes, away from home in a massive game to try and eke some distance between us and 7th, so we can really focus on making sure we're in this job next year if we fall short of winning the title. Welcome back, YouTube. Rennes now, second part of the episode. As you can see, PSG and Lyon have already played, and they're both only 1 point ahead of us. So if we beat Rennes away from home, we will be top of the table all by ourselves. As mentioned, we did dominate in the World Cup. We beat Liechtenstein 9-0 with 40 shots, and we beat Latvia 6-0 with 40-odd shots. We have officially qualified for the World Cup next year. I've been playing a lot of these lads that I have around in the World Cup squad, getting them all ready and used to it. And look, we're starting to get some growth. You know, Serge Boyer may not have the technical ability, but he's physically dominant and he's mentally very, very switched on. So if he starts to continue his growth here, he's going to be fantastic. You know, we've had Roman Galbert scoring goals of late, starting to really get some physical growth, and Ryan Soler has been really good this year, and his form's been fantastic as well. Please note, because we keep playing these guys in easy games, 8 goals in 6, and Ryan Soler's got 7 in 5. I will just say that that's mainly because I only play them in the second string game, and Paul Mbappe and Kalamundu and you know, whoever else that plays Tisney, whatever, don't generally play in some weaker games, and that's just because, you know, I'm trying to get some people some caps for the World Cup. Anyway, we're in a pretty full strength situation again. Team is unchanged. We'll say Batruna and Anel are both, you know, coming up to being not 100% fit, so you might see them come off early. 6'3" is Anel, by the way, with 15 headering, hence why he's got 4 goals. He's been the most notable centre back from set pieces. Thought I'd better mention that. Anyhow, apart from that, let's have a look at this Rennes team, because I do know I have a few guys that people will know out there. I know one of them is Shay Adams, and I'm interested to see how he looks in this save. Okay, 33, but yet again a little bit older. Still got Bajic in there as well, who's a guy I could have called up for my French squad a few times, Japanese there. Edouard Meville was someone I'm keeping tabs on, because at 21 he could be a smoker for the World Cup. Jean Belachon hasn't really developed too much on this save, and you know, the left back looks okay there. They got Terrio, who I've not called up in any of my French squads because of his age. Barris Mendez, Fagoli, he's fantastic. Diarra's not too bad either. And they got Anthony Godfrey, who's a 20-year-old playing on the other side, who's a bit of a squad player. People may know who Locke Henry is, but that's the different Locke Henry. No N there. Apologies. There's Harry. David Brooks. There, the 32-year-old. Nice. But yeah, look, it's a pretty good side there. Joe Roden, people will know. Texeri is a bit of a not a wonder kid, but a bit of a backup keeper. It's a squad we should be beating. Let's go out there and see what we can do. Anyhow, another 4-4-2. A lot of 4-4-2s in France, which is odd. I haven't encountered this many 4-4-2s at all. Maybe since the start of the save, there's been a Brexit intake here in England, and it's just Brexit football. Yeah, very odd. I haven't seen this many 4-4-2s on FM from the AI in a season, and we've seen a lot. Anyway, but through of an early corner, Angel, obviously the target doesn't jump or rise highest, and early on, we've dominated the ball, which is great. As long as we put in a good performance here, we will be top of the tree. Barris Mendez, picked up by Jonathan David. Soler can run at people, and off he goes. Here goes Soler, running down this right-hand flank. He can turn around, and he does. He finds Stilia. Pulisic has been a bit quiet out there on the right. Pellegrini gets it back a little bit luckily, beats the tackle to an extent. But Trunya comes out the other side, has to find Pellegrini. But Trunya's still with him. Between the two of them, they get a ball in the box. So their heads and heads over. Not known for his headering ability, to be fair to the French international striker. But he should probably do better when he finds its head in such space. Anyway, we're going to win the ball in the secondary press here. But Trunya, Pellegrini linking up yet again. They do love playing the ball to each other. But Trunya again should be the one to pick it up, and does. His ball out there to Pulisic is fantastic. Pulisic's had a very quiet year, but well, that is quality. And Ryan Soler has got his 21st goal of the year, mainly due to the fact that we're slapping everybody up in the Conference League. But yeah, there we go. We lead 1-0, 16 minutes played. Ryan Soler is fantastic up front. Pulisic though, great ball, great run, great cut, and great finish from Soler. And we lead 1-0 away from home against Rennes in what's never an easy game. Hopefully this is the impetus for Pulisic to start getting some good match performances. Not like he's played bad, just hasn't really impacted goals or assists, just been steady. Anyway, Jonathan David, great ball. Pulisic will be able to pick that one up. Great touch, great ball in. Goretzka heads just over. It's probably the most creative I've seen Pulisic. Usually one that gets an okay match rating. Might like being hard on him. He just gets an okay match rating from being out there. 707, I think I expect better from what is perceived to be our best player at the football club. Now Jonathan David is on form, which is fair enough. Anyhow, Pellegrini. Jonathan David. Pellegrini gets byline. Jonathan David still there. Comes out. Stilia. Ball in towards the back stick. Has actually found Vanderson. It was a bit more of a switch than a back stick cross. Vanderson's ball, that's pretty poor from him. But Victor Nelson deals. Vanderson does well. Stilia. But Trunya. Looking for Jonathan David. Jeffrey. Jonathan David. Good from him. Soler now. Pulisic. Goals. Go to goal. Cross keeper. You said he went near stick and it's through Bajic and it's 2-0. In the end, he probably should have cut it to Soler and it should have been a tap in. But we've been complaining a little bit about Pulisic not producing, and he's got a goal and assist in this one. Jonathan David on the press. Soler does well. I think Pulisic really has to go at goal here, but he went a bit wider. And yeah, he should probably cut it. But he scores, and that's all that matters. It's 2-0. And well, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a prime position to go top of the table. Goretzka wins that back. He's been fantastic. Pulisic stretching the game. He's having his best game out there in a long while, Pulisic, for us. Goretzka can hit it, steadies himself, and instead of blasting it across keeper, try to place one in at the near stick and blazes over. Really wanted him to put his head over it and strike a solid one. Approaching half-time here, Pablo Torre is about to come on here at 2-0 up, doing brilliantly. If anything, I might move Goretzka into box-to-box because we're 2-0 up in an important game, and I might actually get Quinton Timber in here and a bit more as a Mazzala on support as well, and just get him roaming around and just say to the boys, okay, a bit more work we like in the middle of the path for 45 minutes, and we win the game. You're 2-0 up. I know we're dominating, but we're also at the same side. We're okay in this game. Just relax. Make the midfield a little bit more solid. We'll be all right. Pulisic on the corner. Should be able to pick that one up. And he does. Cuts it to Victor Nelson. Has options inside. Poor pass. Goretzka does well and crunches and wins it. And now, still looking over the top for Pulisic. Ain't going to find him. Probably glad it didn't and looked offside. Zeden. Jean Benachion goes long. And as far as Anel, both their strikers nowhere near the last man, so very easy for us to sweep up. It's been utter domination in this game. Vanderson, Nelson, Goretzka, Stilia, great movement. Soler beats one. What a ball. Looks for Jonathan David, and well, he had the whole goal to score, this goal across keeper. He didn't. He was offside apparently. Didn't think he was. We are going to make a change here as well. Pulisic is dead, so Boy's going to come in. Galbert on the other side as well. Goretzka's picked up a knock, and that's going to allow me to bring in Zaire, and that's going to be that, and that's going to be all the changes in the 60th minute. Coming back from international break, always the way. The guys that go away generally are not 100%. Time will tick, and Nell's just going to have to play 90. That's all okay at the back, hopefully. Maybe a chance for Rennes to maybe exploit the lack of fitness at the back. Stilia, though, from a fair way out, should actually be Roman Galbert taking this. But Stilia hits, pretty good free kick, just didn't want to get in. Soler picks that one up, and that's probably going to be the highlight. 80 minutes played. Are we going to find one last moment in this game? Is it going to be nervy and we concede one late? Because we've generally done that throughout the year. Time is ticking away. Might actually tell us to start wasting the time a little bit as well here in between highlights. And well, it's a clean sheet, boys. Markovic gets the taste of the clean sheet again, which is good. The back four played very well. Soler looked fantastic up top, and Pulisic played his best game for us in ages. Apparently we only made 4 subs. I thought we made 5, but there we go. Well done, boys. Very, very, very well done. Very ecstatic with that. That puts us 2 points clear after 14 games played. Goretzka's out for 4 to 5 days. That's fine. He's not playing the next game anyway against Cork City in the Conference League. And well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a fantastic episode. We win both games. We're 2 points clear on the top of the tree after 14 games. Are we dreaming of completing France in 1 year? Maybe, especially with PSG not 100% at their 100% record, mainly thanks to us. And I think we can really look and see what we can do, because it could just be a treble winning year with the Conference League, the Cup, and of course the League. Till next time, thank you very much. I'll see you for another episode. And give it a like, do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you and goodbye.